Hello. So yeah, guys, it's in the middle of the night, or it's actually early in the morning here. So I just, I wanted to switch my laptop off and saw this. I can't go to bed like that, so I thought, look, instead of making a video, I'll make a quick live stream. Won't make it too long because I am a bit tired, must admit. Um, but I did switch off. I did switch off my grid bots now because while they do soften the blow on the way down as well, um, this has a potential to drop quite a bit lower, and I rather like add them again lower in the range. So first of all, I hope you can actually hear me. I think you can, hopefully. Then please hit the like button, and yeah, other than that, I just want to show you the alternative count, or the now primary count for Bitcoin Ethereum. Good thing is with Elliott Waves that we are always prepared, because we had a bullish and a bearish case. I think in every video in the last few days talked about downside potential as well, and that Bitcoin Ethereum both hit their resistances for the B wave, and we were really close together with the probabilities. And well, in a sense it's good, because for a lot of altcoins actually the trend was still down and they hadn't reached their support areas yet. So I'm quite, let's say, not happy with what I am, because it gives us lower prices to enter again. It at least accelerates things again after that boring sideways action over the last few days. And a lot of the altcoins that I've been talking about throughout the week, and for the channel members, we do the opportunities video. A lot of the coins hadn't reached their support areas. Well, now they do. I just haven't had time to look through the charts to see if some already failed their support areas. And let's see what we'll do. I don't know. We won't do it too long, but I want to show you Bitcoin Ethereum. Then we can look at some questions as well. But I'm sure there was some sort of news event which triggered it or something, at least as a catalyst. So let me see in the chat if there's an issue. I think you can hear me. I think you can, otherwise people would have complained already. Yeah, you can hear me. Okay, thank you. Yeah, let's look at Bitcoin, because for Bitcoin, obviously the upside potential is now, it's gone. Yeah, this should be gone now, because we're also coming down in 5 waves now. So you've got a 5-wave move down really here, sort of. Well, okay, for Bitcoin I think it's 3 only still, but it's an ABC now in my opinion. Yeah. So what I highlighted in the videos throughout the week is that the move up, it just was flawed. It was not impulsive. Still, though, we figured, or we focused on higher. But then again, you see the I did highlight the risk obviously, but you see the effect of these support areas. I mean, I did hide it now, but I did put the support area on the chart, and when it broke below it, I mean, this is, then you normally with Elliott Wave, and that's the advantage, you directly go into your next scenario that you've prepared already. So here we are now probably in this wave 2 already. So there's again, of course, 2 scenarios, as there typically are, and I'll show you both, but they are overlapping, which is good. So in my opinion, so obviously we rallied in 5 waves of the November lows. Now the expectation has to be we finish this move up, and we're coming down in an ABC pattern. So the question to me is now, are we actually in the ABC pattern, and do we come down in this wave 2? That would be my primary expectation, that we come down here A, B, in C, and would hit first of all this area here. This is a larger support area. We've got key support levels at 21,536, 21,232, 20,377. These are now the next ones in my opinion. Yeah. Why are they relevant? They are and especially here 21,230, 240. There's Fib confluence with the Fibonacci extensions, the 1-to-1 ratio of waves A to C, and it's the 38.2 Fib level of wave 3. So I would say there will be strong support in this area. It's also the previous wave 4 low, and at the moment it doesn't look finished. I mean, you typically would get a bit of a bounce from somewhere, but I would currently expect it comes down to these levels down here, sort of between 21,540 maybe and 21,230 from what I can see now. Yeah. Things are still moving very fast, obviously, but this is sort of where I would expect it to get a bounce, and we need to get a bit more clarity on the micro level, which I probably can give after I've had a bit of a sleep. But if we assume we come down in ABC, I mean, this move down looks like a C wave, looks impulsive, looks like we had a 1, we had a 2, this must be a wave 3. We shouldn't say must be, but most likely wave 3 off C, and now we're coming down further. And there's a good chance we find support here, probably in the upper range, because we've got FIB confluence support areas, clusters at here 21,540, 21,240. So in that region especially. And again, to embed that into the larger scenario, which is my primary, is obviously that we're in the wave 2, that this ABC structure here is only the larger A wave. So I'm speculating from somewhere here to get a rally in a B wave and then come down later in the C wave. And as you know, this is now the scenario that I've highlighted in previous videos, where we probably, if we are in this wave 2, ABC pattern, yeah, A, B, C, this is where we will get some clarity at some stage about, is the bear market over? Yeah, has the bear market finished in November? So extremely crucial. So yeah, I'm looking at FIB support. These are the next support levels. I mean, the main purpose, I think, of this stream is to really let you know what I think is going on and where the next key support levels are. But this is dropping like a stone. Oops. Dropping like a stone, obviously. So this doesn't look finished at all yet. We also haven't had a massive reaction. I mean, it's now reached a 61.8 extension, which is the first target for a C wave down, but it's just doesn't look finished. This is typically a third wave, which is happening here. It could even be that we've seen a 1-2 setup, here another 1-2. This is the wave 3. There will be a 4-5, which will only be the third wave, 4-5, and so on. And we come down sort of into this region. So this, expect some good support around the previous wave 4 low. This is a cluster of support here. Yeah. So the primary expectation would be to be in this sort of ABC structure, yeah, heading into this wave 2 area eventually. There is another scenario, as always, yeah, and that I highlighted that before. I didn't really want to confuse people, but now it's time to talk about it a bit more. That would be that we are still in this wave 4. Yeah, as you know, this wave 5 for me was a little bit too short. It's valid, but it's a little bit too short. So the idea was, the other scenario was that this here was an A wave, this here a B wave, and we are now coming down in a C wave, possibly here a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, also possible, but then we should also find some support in this region. We need to get a bit more clarity now around the subwave structure. Possibly tomorrow we know more, but for now I just want to highlight to you, while things are moving very fast, this is key support down here. Yeah, between all these FIBs, I leave them on the chart as well. So Ethereum, obviously similar. I already adjusted the chart. Ethereum, in the previous video, I did highlight this ascending wedge. Obviously we saw it on the Bitcoin chart as well, but didn't talk about it in the Bitcoin video, I think. Also here, came down in an A wave. We rallied into B wave resistance. Yeah, here to the 61.8 retracement, key target for a B wave. Yeah, and instead of pumping impulsively to the upside, we lost support, which I also highlighted as a risk. It was an orange. It did hide that area now, not to mess up the chart too much. And yeah, we even are dropping here out of this trend channel, or are about to. So Ethereum as well, we lost the weekend low, which increases probabilities that this wave 5 is finished, the move up of the November lows. And this is now an ABC structure. Support here, yeah, similar to Bitcoin, in the region between the previous wave 4 low. That would be first line of support. Here between 1488, that's the first level, and we've got 1480. So we've got really good confluence here, also with the previous low. Would expect a bounce sort of in that region. Yeah, you've got a lot of FIB levels there. You've got the 1-to-1 ratio at 1490, 38.2 FIB level, 1488, and here at 1480, the 38.2 FIB level of measured, you know, based on another wave count. So there's a lot of confluence there. I'll probably add some buy orders there, just sort of to start to scale in, really, because it's also at the top of the larger green box here. So I will probably do that after, before I go to bed. Let's see where we are tomorrow. Yeah, and then eventually also I would like to say that I would think we are now in an ABC. This would be a larger A wave. Then I would expect the bounce here in a B wave. Intend to sort of trade that when I scale in here, and then to rally down in a C wave. Yeah, so I might probably reactivate or activate a grid bot down here, plus add some orders, go long. I was not doing much in the last few days, actually, as you would have noticed. Also channel members would have noticed I didn't really do much. Closed a lot of my positions, I think, last week. And now yeah, just waited for clarity, and this is where we are now. So we'll add some grid bots down there to trade the range up, the B wave, plus some orders down here. So I will highlight that on Telegram and Discord before I go to bed when I have a bit more clarity. Okay, so now that we've talked about that, guys, I haven't looked at the chat at all, but obviously a lot of people here, so thanks all for joining. Again, what I said is this is really middle of the night here. I actually wanted to go to bed, so I won't make it too long. But thanks all for joining. What we do, we can look at a few guys. We can look at a few charts, but not too many. There'll be an update in the morning. But you should be aware now about Ethereum, Bitcoin, obviously. ADA, I'm actually quite happy that this is dropping, because this is now dropping into support. I'm not entirely well. Okay, that this could be a fifth wave. Yeah, we haven't broken key targets. We're actually in the support area now, which is amazing. For a wave 5, it comes down quite a bit, but what they like to do sometimes, these altcoins, they like to extend in a fifth wave. So I think in the previous video, obviously we highlighted the relevance of this support area, and it was about to break, and I think that's how I had it labeled in the last video. So it's just playing out now. That support level, when that broke, I mean, you see the waterfall there, the avalanche to the downside, and it's now in support. So actually here it's just that the primary expectation is working out for now, the higher level assumption. And the assumption would now be that we came down in A wave, moved up in B, come down in C now. To be honest, I would need to double check those dotted lines, but I think they are just how we measured them in the previous video. This one is not valid anymore, but this one as a possible target here, 31.8 cents. Don't think it will stop there if Bitcoin and Ethereum are going to drop lower, so I'm going to take that out. It might reach here sort of 30.6 cents to 27.6, yeah. In that region, 29 cents was also one of the targets, so in the lower range of the box, I'd say, but it is now in the long-term wave 2 box, measured by the fibs, obviously, from the low to the high. Yeah, well, I don't need to measure them again. This is the box, right, which measures the top, the low to the top. And this is the area now where ADA needs to hold for the long term. So we are now in areas where a lot of opportunities reside, okay? This, of course, what I have to highlight here, if this support area breaks, yeah, then we are probably continuing with bear market. So ADA needs to avoid to drop below 27.6 cents. If it does it, or breaks below it, then we will probably continue with the bear market, because a drop below the 78.6 level is not good. But it would be pretty much in line with Bitcoin Ethereum if I expect them to go down a little further, and Bitcoin is doing that right now, and it's heading further into support. As I just said, this is not over yet. Then oh, I need to place some orders, guys. Because this is I love to buy these red days, right? And if you have a bit of patience, you can wait for this stuff, because I really didn't do much in the last few days. So last time I bought big in Bitcoin was down here when we came down. I remember that it was the day when I was in Scotland, whatever. But I drove home and I placed some orders from the car, and it was worth it, right? So sometimes you just need to buy the fear. No financial advice. But yeah, ADA could finish in this area. Guys, I don't know, we just go through some charts. Solana. Dropping like a stone. So I think this is a third wave, as I said. So no change to the wave count, is actually playing out nicely. So this is actually as per the forecast. I'm extremely happy about Solana. Should head into, I would say, 1740 at least, my view, okay? So no change here, no update, but key support is at 1970. Might get a bit of a bounce there, but yeah, good, works out. Solana, because we can go through a lot of charts, because I think the primary expectations are all working out. Atom is now in the support area, bang, in there, yeah. So at some point here as well, should expect a bounce to rally in a C wave. Again, condition is at 996 is holding, but we're now in a lot of these support areas. What else do we have? No, H bar. H bar broke the orange support area, but has broken directly into the green one. So here, Okay, have to go with my, yeah, I would need to look a little bit at the chart here, because this is the way this is coming down. Obviously never broke to the upside here. This one is now irrelevant, so I'm gonna hide it. Yes, we are now in this green support area, but honestly, I'm not sure. I'll make that yellow now, because I'm not entirely clear at this stage about the wave count, if this is a 2 or a 4, but also here this should get a bounce. I'm not sure if this is a wave 2, because I don't really have good clarity about what's coming down here, really. Again, I said in one of the previous videos, this could have been an A wave, overshooting B wave, and C wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where's the 4 and 5 should happen? Maybe, yeah. But then again, relevant area here between 4.9 and 6.7 cents for me, where it should turn around. VeChain, they're all getting interesting now, and they might actually drop here. I mean, VeChain is now in this area here, but there's a risk now. There's a risk now this is heading directly. So this is an orange support area, higher risk, because I thought if we get into this again, there's a risk we break straight through it. And I think we might be doing that. I'm going to take that out, because even though we are in there, I don't think that's relevant. I think rather the larger green one is now relevant, and that we've actually come down here in an A wave. This might have been the B wave, weak B wave, and we're now coming down in a C wave like Bitcoin Ethereum. So already heading, guys, there are a lot of there will be a lot of entry opportunities probably today, tomorrow. Yeah, and again, these support areas, the condition is always that the 78.6 level is holding, because if that breaks, we're probably continuing with a bear market. But guys, we're far away from that. We've been waiting for this, okay? We've just been waiting for these larger areas to be reached. So okay, Gala, I mean, they're all just heading deeper in the support areas. I don't think there's, yep, I mean, here as well, it's a bit like ADA, where I'm thinking, okay, are we in this fifth wave extension? But also here, Gala, I started up there to start to scale in. That was my first order here from this sort of wave 2 correction, to scale in slowly. And I'm going to place some more orders also for Gala here. For these orders here, in these green boxes, I'm probably not going to use stop losses, because a lot of them will go into my long-term portfolio probably. Yeah. But again, don't get me wrong, I'm not like going super aggressively in here, as long as we are dropping. So yeah, Gala, key support. I said in the previous video that I'm still expecting lower here. This is also just playing out for now. And there is support at around 3.3 cents, and then channel support. Let's look at Mana, because also this is now heading into our support area. So yeah, I think the majority of coins is just doing what we want. I think there are a few where we expected a turnaround already, but they are dropping maybe directly into their larger support areas for the end of the wave 2. Yeah, also here, this is just doing what I highlighted today in the video. The first key support at 56.5, we should reach that. And here again, yeah, highlighted to you when we, the idea was when we drop below 65 cents, this would accelerate the downturn, which is doing now. So 56.5, and then we've got 53.4 cents at key support, and that's also the channel support. Yeah, but it can max that out all the way down to 40 cents. Polkadot. Wow. Also dropped below the yellow support, so I have to deactivate that as well. So it seems like, but so the way this came down is a bit unusual with Polkadot. This is a bit unusual, so don't like that view. I don't like the look of it. I need to wait for clarity here. I don't like the look of it, because the way this is coming down now, from the top there, this is a 5-wave move. It doesn't really fit in. I mean, this would be an A wave, but it's coming down to low for an A wave actually, okay? So that would mean that the B wave would rally, and then we should come down in a C wave, but where does it want to go, right? Honestly, I'm not sure about this one. I'm actually gonna I'm actually gonna highlight this orange, the green box now into orange, because this is see, this context is sometimes important, because what, where does it want to go? I at the moment, with my tired as I am here at 2 o'clock in the morning, I would see this as a 5-wave move. Okay, so it could be an A wave, then the move up in B and C, but where does C want to go, right? It would come down to low, because C needs a bit of space. And the only other way to look at this would be like the V chain, the way I looked at V chain, right? To say, okay, maybe we had already an A wave here. This was a very weak B wave, but very weak. And then the A wave came down here. This is B, and we're now coming down in the C wave, but not convinced, to be honest. Okay, so not too sure about this one. It's strange. Yeah, okay, let's open Q&T. So yeah, Q&T is also still in the corrective price channel. So here, yeah, we still have the 2 counts that are available to us, where we say, yeah, okay, this can't be a 1-2 setup anymore from here. 1 second, A, B, C. Okay, now this could still be the C wave, but if it doesn't find support at the 78.6 retracement, but it might find support there at 114.60. Yeah, so it never broke above our trend line. So the idea was still to go down lower as long as we are below the yellow trend line. It was good to be a bit patient here. So 114.60 is next support. That will also be where the channel support is sitting, below that level. If we drop even below that, then we are pretty clearly, I would say, in the scenario where we're actually heading down in 5 waves in this into this area where we're first going to test $100. Yeah, maybe bounce from there already, but ideally I would say then below 94. But first of all, we need to see, do we hold 114.60? But this is the next key support. Going below 114.60 will probably lead to another drop here. First of all, the sort of 11-12% to $100. Yeah, and then lower here into this larger support area. Oh, thank you very much, Clacker. So, guys, I'm just gonna go through here quickly some charts, because as I said, it's like 2 o'clock, and probably I have a lot to do in the morning to look at some of the charts. The good thing is here that we've been waiting for a lot of these drops, yeah, for a lot of the altcoins. Bitcoin Ethereum's upside was at risk, as I highlighted, and a lot of the altcoins are now finally heading into the support areas. And yeah, sometimes some things didn't add up in the last few days, I must admit, because Bitcoin Ethereum, we said, they are still holding support so they can get their extension. For some of the altcoins, it was unclear, do they get a higher B wave or not? But for a lot of them, we expected in the end for them to get into these areas, okay? So it's, what will I buy later? Probably I'll probably buy a little bit of Gala. HBAR, I wanted actually to activate the grid bot, so I might do that when it gets sort of into this 6 cent region. Solana, I'm gonna wait. ADA, I've got too much. DOT, I'm not doing anything because it's unclear to me. Q&T, maybe. VeChain, I plan to add in this area, yeah. Atom, I'm not sure. Certainly Bitcoin Ethereum I'm gonna look at, when I finish the stream here. AVAX is probably in the support area as well. Yeah, we've been waiting for that. Ooh. But yeah, it's in there. Okay, so that's what we wanted. Obviously it's not doing this ABC to the upside, but the wave 4 was in. Yeah, it hit resistance. It was a great short from here. Anybody who took that, looks like we've done a 1-2. This might be a 3 to the downside. It's not finished. Doesn't look like it. Could still come down this 5th wave. Looks like a wave 5 extension. But here this adds up. Yeah, we've got A wave down, a B wave up, and a C wave down. One of the clearest charts to me at the moment. Now, when I say that, probably in the end it's gonna break. But no, here and how would I buy this stuff? So don't misunderstand me. I want to buy a spot. At least I do that. And because the thing is, as long as we're still coming down, I would try to keep position sizes overall fairly small, and then I normally do it this way. Yeah, so people in the channel membership know that how I do this, or at least we've talked about that. Yeah, smallest position size up there, and then scaling in further as long as we're coming, and then lowest or the biggest position size down here, and then I can think about, for some of these positions I might want to be stopped out below the 78.6 retracement, but most of the risk is going to sit here. So you'll never get all the positions filled, but that's okay. If it turns around, then you can just look for the next trade. But this is sort of how it would work. This is how the grid bot operates as well. Yeah, the further away it's from key support, it will have a small position size, and yeah. But yeah, this should be ideally finished at some point here. 1488 is next support for AVAX, and then 1299. Happy with that so far. Yeah, Kronos is also probably on its way into our grade. Fantastic. Yeah, reached support now as well. So that's what we wanted, to go into this area, yeah, C wave, and it's even made it below the A wave. Fantastic. So yeah, it has space here. Next support 7 cents, 6.6 and 6.1. So for those of you who don't know, for most of my let's say actually trades, I was stopped out last week in profit, so I'm quite pleased with that, or break even. So that's what stops are for, right? Oh, I don't even want to look at the AI coins. Oh, can't imagine what they are doing. Oh, okay, but I did warn you guys in the last video, we might get here one leg down. Yeah, Fetch AI, I think Edgix as well. That's what I waited for. That's why I didn't buy anymore, because I thought that doesn't add up. But we'll see how that develops. Yeah, I would expect they rebound quite quickly. Yeah, they are okay. But this hasn't broken the channel yet, Edgix. But also here I would expect one more leg down. It's coming down quite impulsively, but it's holding quite well considering everything that's going on. Yeah. Looking at GRT. What did I say here actually? Okay, we looked at this as a possible triangle in case it holds the C wave low. Alternatively, breakdown in a C wave, which is probably doing now. So I'm going to take out here the triangle. That's not working out. Broke triangle support, coming down here in a C wave. This was an A wave. Probably this was a B wave, and we're coming down in C. Probably an ending diagonal. It's graph here. Oh yeah, how many ones probably also in support. See, they're now all coming into the target areas. This is just amazing. Here as well, how many one is now in support. So if this comes a bit lower, I'll probably add a position here, maybe with a stop loss below a cent. So I keep position size small here as well. And as we go lower, might scale up a bit. So for everybody who waited a little bit, last few days is a bit like Christmas now. So yeah, Matic, yeah, chart I love, it's also come through here. That's why I had it in orange. So I think this area is probably also, I'm going to deactivate that now because it's not relevant anymore. This is not an A wave anymore. I don't think so. So it's possibly coming down straight away in a wave 2, or in the C wave actually. I think we're working on the blue count, where we come down straight away impulsively. Okay, I think so. Let me hide the other one. And then I need to. What is the support for that? Oh, it is this box. So I would be looking at this one here. All the way down to 92 cents possibly, yeah. Or does it even go lower? Might do, but therefore I leave it in orange for now because I'm not entirely clear about this one. Could be that this did here this A wave down, overshooting B wave, we now come down in a C wave impulsively. Now if this is a C wave, it could be a running flat and the C wave actually will end above the A wave. Just thinking if I need to measure it differently. Could look at Fibonacci extensions. Okay, yeah, okay. This could actually come down. So here, I'd be careful because this could actually come down all the way to the 2.618 extension in an extreme case to 61 cents. But I'd be watching here sort of the $1 level, okay, for key support. But I will adjust that when I have a bit more time tomorrow. Doge. Doge. Yeah, Doge was one where I was stopped out at break even the last few days and I didn't re-enter. So yeah, Doge is one where this is gonna lose it. Okay, I wouldn't. This is gonna lose it. We might be here in the yellow count, and we might finally play out the primary view here that we will make a new low. Okay, because the thing is, if this is coming down, I mean, I might want to add the 88.7 fib here to give it a bit of a chance to rebound from there. But if it breaks below the 78.6 retracement, yeah, you normally wave to orange. So I think the majority of coins is now in their key support areas. A few coins lost their smaller support areas. Where's the 88.7? See, did I hide it? Oh, there it is. See down there. So yeah, I mean, if it doesn't rebound at 7 cents, then it's probably gonna lose it and follows the yellow count where we might actually go below the June low, finally 5 cents. Yeah. Okay, Doge, but yeah, these are the key support levels. 7.3. If it doesn't hold that, it's gonna go down to 7, and if it loses 7, then we probably go down. There's a good chance actually we go down to 5.5 and then 5, and then we are in this scenario where we're coming down in this impulse in a C wave, and then have a chance to rebound here in this large area. But get a bit more clarity here. I don't think this move is finished yet, so it probably goes down a bit lower. Okay, Link. Yeah, Link is probably also following then the path to the downside, huh? Yeah, I mean, Link also, I switched off my, I mean, here we had, this was a great support that worked out as a trade, and this was not, this failed now. Yeah, clearly. Also here, what's going on? But that's what stops are for. So yeah, here I did add the grid bot because I thought it might trade the way up, but I did stop that. When did I stop it? Half an hour ago. So it was a good decision, yeah. Unless you had a short grid bot. But yeah, this is now at risk. Here theoretically this wave 2 could still be valid, but it doesn't add up anymore. This could either get a massive wave 5 extension, so this doesn't get invalidated officially until it breaks below 645, but obviously the breakdown here increases massively the risk it will do so. Okay, so if we say, okay, maybe we had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down here in C, you get a massive extension, but if it loses now, I mean, okay, let me think. I mean, I might need to look at that in a little bit more detail, but the other way or scenario here for Link, but I need to get a bit more clarity. Things are happening fast now. Let me first of all hide those support areas that are not relevant anymore. If we say, okay, we moved up in a wave 1 here, yeah, this was actually just an A wave. This was an overshooting B wave, and we're now coming down in C. But you know, either way, I think we are now heading down and we'll retest this support area between 644 and 584. So at the moment I would still, at the moment I'm leaving it as it was, as a 1, 2. I need to revisit that in the morning. here A, B, now the C wave down still works out as long as we turn around basically now. I don't think we will, so I think we're gonna head down lower, and then we're probably gonna retest here the 640 level. But if it goes below 580, yeah, then we are probably finally, and nobody wanted to believe it, we are probably finally heading down to our downside target here, the bearish target, but I can't see it yet. Can't see it yet. So it's too far away. So guys, I think I'm not looking at any more altcoins. I'm gonna look quickly back at Bitcoin Ethereum for everybody who joined a little later. And then honestly, it's like, what time is it? Like 2:20 now. I really need to go to bed if you want to get any videos tomorrow. So just to revisit Bitcoin Ethereum, before I go to bed, I'm gonna place some buy orders in this region, just spot for now. Because if we come down lower overnight and get a bounce from somewhere here, they are not large orders, they will be smaller position sizes, and as we go lower I will add more. But I intend to, and I did communicate that before, if we get into these regions here, that I plan to add orders. If we go down a bit lower, no problem, it's spot. Then I will, when we turn around, scale out in resistance again, and then when we come down again, which we should, scale in further. Okay, that's best I can see at the moment, and the view would be that we're coming down off this high, which is now primary. Yeah, that the wave 5 of 1 ended here at the top on the 16th of Feb, that we're coming down in A wave, we moved up in a B wave, we hit this B wave resistance, that's why I had it on the chart. Yes, the idea was still we push higher, but probabilities were very, very close together, as I said, fairly neutral. So we had here the part on the chart as an ABC, it reacted to resistance and is now coming down impulsive. So when we broke the today's low, or yesterday's low, here in the UK it would be yesterday, when we broke that, that was the signal that we come down quite strongly. So the idea would now be to find support here, sort of in this region here, between the 38.2 retracement, which is at 21,540, this 21,240 level, which is the 1-to-1 ratio, and the 38.2 retracement based on another count, and then here the 50% retracement at around 20,380. Yeah, so here I'm gonna scatter, place a few buy orders. For Ethereum, it's a similar story, where I think we come down an ABC correction, land here in this area between 1490, possibly all the way down to 1409, and should find some support here initially. And as an ABC, yeah, we're coming down ABC, and we could then rally in. So this might be a larger A wave. We could then rally in a B wave and then come down in C. The reason why I think it will play out like that, this larger wave 2 correction, I mean, assumed we are in the wave 2, yeah, there's always other possibilities as well, and I might need to maybe I'm gonna revisit that in the morning, you know. But the idea is that time-wise, I mean, this move up started in November, so if I'm gonna add the Fib time zones here, and I go off the low, and you look at, you know, we peaked here, and then you would expect at least sort of here we've got the 1.618 extension on the time Fib thingy here, to you know, sort of at least to go into April with this wave 2 correction, yeah, that would be quite likely. So like 62%, you would normally say the wave 2 takes sort of around 62% of the wave 1 length, which would be this Fib, maybe even a bit longer. So, you know, that this is finished, this wave 2 here overnight, normally doesn't happen. So it is coming down nicely now. Eventually, I think we will find some support here. Well, we will get into this area, and then the market will decide, do we find support here? Because we don't, if we break below 1218 for Ethereum, then we probably continue with a bear market, and that level for Bitcoin would be 17,567. Now, we won't come down there in one straight line. We do that now, but as I said, This is because we are probably in a C wave, which is an impulse. So I'm looking at this as an A wave, B wave, C wave. That would most likely finish off a larger A wave, then move up and then come down. But yeah, so this is best what I can tell, like looking at a chart at 2:30 in the morning. But because it's so late here, I'm now gonna, I think, start to close the stream. I really just wanted to keep you up to date, because I know a lot of people are sort of trading overnight, or different time zones. For some people it's already early in the morning. So yeah, hopefully that helped. Yeah, guys, and I need to close it now. I'm really tired now, and if you want any videos tomorrow, I really need to go to bed. So thanks everybody who joined. Hope it helped to have a little bit of a quick overview really of everything. Again, thanks for all your support, also late at night here, but I really need to go to bed. Hope you understand, it was a long day. I actually woke up early today. I wanted to get back into a routine, waking up early, going bed, that's it, Anyway, thanks all, guys, and I'm gonna place some orders before going to bed, add that to Telegram, Discord, because I don't want to wake up and it's ready again. Who knows? I'll just play some randomly. No, okay, thank you very much. Bye bye, guys. Thank you very much all.